live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the network news for Wednesday, September the 28th, 2022. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines, National Insurance Scheme records $10.5 million increase in contributions. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell urges world leaders to remember the lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign Affairs Minister announces the recall of ambassadors. And in around the globe, in the region, Jamaica's government's storm readiness questioned after flooding in parts of Jamaica. And in international news, Nord Stream pipeline gas leaks, European governments suspect sabotage. Coming up in sports, $200,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs in Waggy T Super Knockout. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The National Insurance Scheme recorded an increase of $10.5 million EC dollars in contributions. Beverly Tullisford has the details.
The National Insurance Scheme, NIS, has recorded $96.1 million EC dollars in contributions, an increase of EC 10.5 million compared to the $85.6 million received in 2020. Additionally, the NIS's reserve surpassed EC $1 billion for the first time in 2021, but that is a decline in projected reserve growth. According to the 2021 annual report, which is set to be laid in the lower house of Parliament at its sitting tomorrow, Thursday, the financial performance of the National Insurance Board, among other things, continues to see increased expenditure and reduced income. In 2019, the NIS had predicted that by 2022, total income would not be sufficient to cover expenditure, and that by 2035, the reserve would drop to zero if recommendations from the 2019 actuary report are not implemented. Total expenditure for the NIB amounted to $127.1 million, while payments were made to 12,099 pensioners monthly and to 11,843 other beneficiaries. Contribution income for the 2021 financial year totaled $96.1 million, and this is a 12.3% increase in relation to contribution income in 2020. Collections from private sector employers totaled $66.8 million and government $29.3 million. Annual growth in contribution income averaged 6.6% over the last 5 years, the report explained. For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs say they're now in the process of vetting names for the various diplomatic offices. The process to fill the posts is expected to take between 3 to 6 months to complete. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
The National Democratic Congress-led government, on assuming office, adopted a policy decision to recall and review all of Grenada's diplomatic postings abroad. As a result, several resignations were tendered to government. Roxy Hutchinson, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, addressed matters of the Foreign Service during Tuesday's post-cabinet briefing.
Ambassadors have submitted their resignation, which we have asked the Governor General to accept through the Public Service Commission. Generally, recall is a process that takes within 3 to 6 months to complete. Bearing in mind that persons are now moving from diplomatic status, which involves privileges and immunities, and returning to regular citizens, and so time needs to be given to allow persons to make the necessary transition, getting the requisite identifications, submitting the diplomatic instruments to the receiving state, and ensuring that we can adequately repatriate the diplomats.
Hutchinson says in the meanwhile, the present ambassadors will continue with their duties until the changes are made.
Even though the recall has been given, most of the ambassadors are still in place because the process to do the recall, it's one that takes a while, and so people are wrapping up. For example, you would notice that our High Commissioner in London was active in the ceremony for the funeral ceremony for the late Her Majesty and King Charles becoming the new king, and that is because the work of government has to continue. And so while the ambassadors are away and are wrapping up their tenure, they continue to provide the services so that we can ensure that Grenada's image abroad and the work of government continues.
At this time, the government is discussing the posting of diplomats to the various missions that Grenada has abroad. Minister for Foreign Affairs Joseph Andel says once the cabinet makes its final decision and the necessary protocols are followed, the names of the new ambassadors will be made public.
We are in the process of considering different people for the different positions. We are not in a position yet to call names. In fact, it is not wise to call names before you have the process get to a certain stage where the receiving country finally accepts or decides to accept the person that you're planning to post. So it is not wise to do that prematurely. But we are in the process of considering different people for the different positions. We have received quite a number of expressions of interest from Grenadians, in some cases even from non-Grenadians. We are going to assess each one on its particular merit and make a decision.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell addressed the 77th session of the United Nations General Assembly on Saturday. One of the issues highlighted was that of COVID-19 and its impact on the global community. Prime Minister Mitchell said the lessons learned from the pandemic shouldn't be forgotten.
The COVID-19 pandemic brought our world to a standstill without prejudice for the size and economic might of nations. For a time, this disease was the great equalizer and forced us all to reevaluate our priorities and our approach to working together. Grenada notes with relief news from the World Health Organization that we might be finally entering the end phase of the pandemic. While we welcome the return to some semblance of normal, it is my sincere hope that the lessons learned from the pandemic will remain and we will not return to business as usual.
He spoke about some of the positive impacts the COVID-19 pandemic had on the international community.
Mr. President, the monumental challenges posed by the pandemic were unprecedented and seemingly insurmountable. Amid this worldwide disaster, however, our global community rallied and demonstrated what is possible when when we resolve to work together towards a common goal. The pandemic taught us all the value of international cooperation, the timely exchange of information, and the sharing of resources critical to avoiding and mitigating similar global occurrences.
This was Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell's first address to the international community, exactly 3 months since his party's election into office. Now, government officials paid a visit to the Six Senses Resort and Spa in La Sagesse, St. David this week to get insight into the project and to hear about its plans and potential benefits for the country. More in this Rena Pierre-Thomas report.
Six Sense Resort and Spa in La Sagesse, St. David will open in 2023 as the first Six Sense Resort in the Caribbean and the first island resort in the Americas. The new Six Sense Grenada will be located near La Sagesse Beach and will include 100 rooms. Each villa will feature private plug pools and panoramic views over the Caribbean Sea. Six Sense La Sagesse Grenada is a government-approved citizen by investment project. Government officials visited the project to get a view of its progress and to familiarize themselves with the developer and the investor of the hotel. In speaking about the project, Mohammed Azaria, co-owner of Range Development, spoke of the economic benefits of the hotel.
Our aim is for local businesses to become the backbone of the hotel's supply chains. This is a must for our joint success. Already, the Six Senses Grenada project has created 1,100 direct jobs for Grenadians. Clearly, not all at the same time, but this is the number of Grenadians that have worked on this site. Peak employment figures have surpassed 700, and when you look at indirect employment figures, there's a multiple of 2.
Azaria says within the coming weeks they will be offering hospitality training and scholarships to potential employees to provide the best services for guests and open opportunities for Grenadians.
In the coming weeks, Six Senses and Range will together formalize and announce our hospitality training programs. This will include scholarships and internships at Range's other regional hotels and further afield at Six Senses and other properties, as well as having many qualified and experienced hoteliers offering formal training to our potential recruits.
The developer says they are already preparing to construct a second hotel in the parish, which will also create more jobs and opportunities. Minister for Implementation, Andy Williams, welcomes the plans by investors of Six Sense.
This is what we need from investors, because when we give concessions and we make it viable for businesses to come to Grenada to invest, I call this a corporate responsibility, where you help develop the people in Grenada. And I applaud you for that. And I wish much more corporate or much more businesses or investors can do the same as Range.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
This is news at 7. Coming up, Legal Affairs Minister says government will focus its investigations on current and active matters. Stay with us.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Sunday, October 2nd from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium. Get ready for Mega Force Promotions. Cars and Cash Mega Bingo.
Cars and Cash Mega Bingo.
Hear this. You can win not 1, not 2, not even 3, but 4 cars. Wow! That's not all. You will also get a chance to win $25,000 in cash.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious. 4 cars plus $25K cash in one massive event. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. Sunday, October 2nd, we're heading to the National Stadium for Mega Force Promotions. Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. This will be the event of the century, and it's that.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
Island Style is having a massive pre-Christmas clearance sale. Before you hear, ho ho ho, these styles need to go, go, go. We're cleaning out our old stock to bring in the new.
Yes.
Amazing discounts of up to 60% off on select tile models store-wide.
I love Christmas.
Yes, you heard right. Lowest prices ever at Island Style on ceramic and porcelain tiles. Our Santa stylers are waiting to help you save big on these fabulous deals. It won't get any better than this. Visit Island Style on Monroe Road in Grandad's or call 439-TILE. That's 439-8453. Sail on while stocks last. When you think tile, think Island Style.
Yeah.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Pfizer celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an own-your-own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arisecu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners.
Be an instant winner today with the NLA by simply purchasing your Daily Pick 3 and Playway tickets at your nearest agent or NLA outlet. As a proud sponsor of the CPL cricket coverage, the NLA continues to support the development of sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The NLA, making your dreams a reality.
I'm a winner, you are winner. We are winners.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
What would you like to see in this year's budget? People now have the opportunity to let their voices be heard as budget consultations continue throughout the country. Christina John tells us when and where these meetings will take place.
Your budget, your voice matters is the theme guiding the consultative process for Budget 2023. Budget consultation moves to the Westerhall Secondary School this evening for all of St. David. Chief Corporate Communications Officer at the Ministry of Finance, Ruth Roberts, explained the importance of individuals' input in the process.
This is a very, very important aspect of the whole budget preparation because it includes maybe the most important voice, the voice of the people. So we are in the process of doing a number of consultations. We've had some of the sectorial consultations 2 weeks ago we started, and we've had with many sectoral groups.
The communications officer noted that most of the views expressed are similar in nature at the various consultations held. Here's what happens with your suggestions and or recommendations.
The information we receive, ideas, suggestions of whatever sort, is basically collated, right? So we're looking at it in such a way that all of the views comes together and then it is prioritized. So we're looking at aspects that can be implemented immediately, that which is for the medium to long term. So sometimes, depending on what the suggestion is, it may not be able to be implemented now because of resources that might be necessary, because of, time factor in order to get it prepared and so on.
Robert says thus far people have been attending the meetings to listen to government's plan and to give their own input. She encourages people to continue to come out.
So this evening we'll be at the Westerhall Secondary School for the persons of St. David. And I'd like to use this opportunity to make a clarion call to all of the parish of St. David's. Come out in your numbers, because, sometimes it's easy for us to talk after the fact. I mean, when this consultative process is over, it will be a year again when people can actually have an opportunity to vent and have included in the 2023 budget what they want to see. So we really want to call from mommy, daddy, brother, sister, as they say, oh man and their brother, come to the Westerhall Secondary School and speak for your community. Speak for your parish.
The team from the Ministry of Finance will, at every consultation, do a presentation on the present state of the economy so people can have a greater appreciation for what's going on, as well as a special presentation on the budget process. Locations for the upcoming budget consultation are as follows: tomorrow at the Bonaire Government School in St. Mark, on Monday at the Grenville Secondary School in St. Andrew, and on Tuesday at the St. John's Anglican School in St. John. It ends with a national consultation on Wednesday, October 5th.
5th of October, we have what we call a national consultation. This time, this will be a virtual consultation. So we will have persons coming online, so to speak, whether it be Zoom or Teams, we will decide. And all of the consultations that had gone on before, whether it's in the sector or the parishes, representative from each of them will come. And so all the ideas and suggestions, at least a summary of them, that was done throughout the consultative process will be presented, like the salient points will be presented at that national consultations. And the persons are able to hear what was discussed in all of the different entities, whether sectorial or parish, and then they'll be able to add their views to the process. So this
Christelina John, GBN News.
The newly elected NDC government says they're not yet launching any investigations into projects deemed corrupt that were introduced by the previous government. Over the past 10 years, the new National Party-led administration has been accused of being a part of several questionable projects. One of these projects is the Shrimp Farm project in Victoria St. Mark, which was conducted under the Citizenship by Investment program. Grenada lost $52.4 million EC from the failed Shrimp Farm project. Attorney General Claudette Joseph explains that her administration's focus at this time is to live up to their campaign promises and settle into their new portfolios. She said the only matters they'll be investigating for now are current and active ones.
The matters that confront us now that require investigation, those are current and live issues, and of course, faith is one of them. So we are dealing with that. Other older matters we will address, but I will be frank with you, we have not in great detail started to investigate those as yet.
Less paperwork and less interfacing with immigration officers, as services at the Maurice Bishop International Airport have been improved. Christina John tells us more.
With the installation of 3 kiosk e-passport readable machines at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, visitors and returning nationals to Grenada can now enter with more ease once they are the holders of an e-passport. A faster, more efficient service at the Immigration Department is now available with the installation of the updated kiosk e-passport readable machines. Head of the Immigration Department, Superintendent Leroy Joseph, explained that the previous kiosk served only returning nationals. However, the updated machines can now serve people from all nationalities.
Coming with an e-passport, and I repeat, e-passport can use the kiosk. And the reason is e-passport because the information is encrypted into the chip of the passport, and the kiosk must be able to read it. So someone from with America and Canada and North America traveling to Grenada can now be facilitated through the kiosk at the airport as opposed to interfacing with an immigration officer. So we're looking at facilitation here of persons. You can check in yourself for about 20 seconds. You can be into the country in a very quick timing.
This is not the only improvement that will make traveling much easier. The superintendent explained the embarkation card for departing passengers has been discontinued from September 1st.
You may also recall that persons leaving the state, when they reach to the airline will give them that small slip. Persons refer it to as immigration form, but the correct name is embarkation card, and that has been removed to facilitate again persons traversing the airport. So there is less paperwork done now. They go straight to the immigration officer from the airline without no ED card and process by immigration, which is a faster way.
Superintendent Joseph reminds persons entering the country with work permits that they are still required to interface with immigration officers. Christina John, GBN News.
Reading is fundamental. So what better than to inculcate that into the minds of our little ones? The Rotaract Club of Grenada is doing just that, and social media is buzzing.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social. In the absence of a public library, people can now access reading materials from litter-free libraries at 3 locations in St. George. This was made possible by the Rotaract Club of Grenada.
Take one book, leave one book. The message spread by the Rotaract Club of Grenada as they embark on a project that encourages people to read more. On Monday saw the unveiling of the club's litter-free library at 3 locations in St. George, the play area in Tantine, Comahan Park, and Quarantine Point. It forms part of their Hooked on the Books project, which coincides with Rotary's main area of focus for the first quarter.
Social media users took to the comment section to share their thoughts about this latest development. The following views are of that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. This person said, "It has one in Marion for almost 5 years or more." Another person added, "Need one back in St. Andrew, please and thanks." Isaac said, "It's a great idea practiced in many countries. I hope it goes island-wide." Melvin added, "Nice. Also create a history club and teach through Grenada, Caribbean history." Lyndon said, "Whoa, that's very smart of you young ladies, and brave too." Philbert added, "We need one in Grenville." Sophia simply said, "I love this." While Rocky added, "Loving the idea." That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
And still ahead, Minister for Sports signs Memorandum of Understanding for the commencement of work on the cricket stadium. Stay with us.
What does it take to be an amazing woman?
lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Stasia Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 406-1500 or visit any of our 3 locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
Be an instant winner today with the NLA by simply purchasing your Daily Pick 3 and Playway tickets at your nearest agent or NLA outlet. As a proud sponsor of the CPL cricket coverage, the NLA continues to support the development of sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The NLA, making your dreams a reality.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
Welcome back. The Minister for Sports has signed a memorandum of understanding for the commencement of work on the National Cricket Stadium. More in this Chrislina John report.
Minister with responsibility for youth, sport and culture, Ron Redhead, is focused on taking the National Cricket Stadium facility to another level, as plans are afoot for the commencement of work. On Monday, the minister signed a memorandum of understanding with the People's Republic of China, which will ensure the safety of those using the facility and improvement of the game of cricket.
We are very much appreciative of this signing here. It represents the commencement of development of the sport of cricket to taking the stadium facility to a next level in terms of the kindness of the People's Republic of China. We are very, very appreciative of their additional support and look forward to its completion and to the benefit of our athletes, sporting men and women. Thank you very much.
Minister Redhead added that government is grateful for the additional support that is being given by the People's Republic of China, aiding the much-needed facelift to the facility and improvement in the infrastructure. The sport minister visited and toured the stadium facility about a month ago after high gusts of winds affected the roof and other areas of the stadium. During the tour, the team identified areas that needed urgent attention to protect the facility from further deterioration. Work to be done on the facility includes renovation of broken walls and tiles, replacement of LED screens and supporting systems and equipment, rust removal and anti-corrosion to steel structure, replacement of firefighter water pumps and fire extinguishers, replacement of elevators, repairs to the plumbing system, replacement of camera and sound system, among other things. Ambassador for the People's Republic of China in Grenada, His Excellency Wei Hongtian, will sign the agreement at a later date, after which the final signed copy will be presented before the official commencement of work on the facility. Monday's signing was witnessed by a two-member delegation from the People's Republic of China and Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth, Sport and Culture, Mr. Norman Gilbert. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Let's take another look at the Rotaract Club of Grenada's litter-free libraries, but this time through the GBN ISAW lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by ClearVision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. ClearVision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ClearVision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's ISAW highlights photographs of the latest initiative by the Rotaract Club of Grenada. Grenada does not have a public library at present, so this initiative was a breath of fresh air for many Grenadians. Providing 24/7 book access, little free library book sharing boxes are open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and are freely accessible to all, removing barriers to book access. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And stay with us. We'll have the sports report for you next.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with the Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Ooh la la! See what's new at Quartz. We've got great deals on living and dining room sets, appliances, electronics, and smart devices, and more. Shop today with no cash using Quartz Ready Finance. 3 to 48-month payment plans available. Shop in store or online at shopquartz.com. Come see what's new and take advantage of these great deals only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
Okay, sports fans, we're going to start off with football tonight. Football is back, or so says Wayne Waggy T. Redhead of Mega Force Promotions. The declaration was made today as he disclosed that $200,000 in cash and prizes were up for grabs in the 12th edition of the Waggy T Super Knockout competition. The tournament was launched this morning at the Carnegie James Athletic Stadium. 28 teams will participate in the tournament.
This tournament is regarded as the most competitive, the most organized, and the most lucrative tournament, but not only in Grenada, but in the wider region. We decided to go big this year, really big, and I think we go really, really big. The winning team in this year's tournament, the 12th edition of the Waggy T Super Knockout, will get a cash prize of $100,000. Nobody clapping? So the winning team this year, as I said, will get a cash prize of a check for $100,000. This is really big. The second place will be $30,000. The third prize is $15,000. The fourth prize will be $5,000. And then we have some additional prizes. For the most goals, you're going to get $2,500. Plus, we're going to have some additional prizes.
According to Redhead, plans are already afoot for a highly charged entertainment package.
So this year, some of the artists, we have 450, Vanessa Bling, Intense, Silk Boss, Cranium, Massville, Second Stars. That's just some of the names, and what we're gonna do every time we have entertainment is to have a local band, and we're gonna have some of our local stars. So this year, the tournament will be starting on Saturday the 15th of October, and this year we're gonna start in Victoria Park in Grenville.
The tournament kicks off on October 15th at Victoria Park with a doubleheader. Game 1 will see St. David's United play 5 Stars, while Mount Horn will suit up against Sunsetters. Meanwhile, top strikers will play Shamrock from 7 p.m. at Power Park, wrapping up the first round of matches in the Blue Stars Super Knockout Tournament. In results over the weekend, Timothy Alexis hit a brace in Game 1 on Sunday to secure Power Park United a 2-0 victory over Just Brands. And then later in the evening, Sharvin Joseph scored a hat trick, while Tahai Joseph found the back of the net once as Guav completed a 4-1 victory over Boggy Ballers. Dillian Fletcher scored the lone goal for Ballers Clogier, and they came away with a default win over Under 19 on Saturday. And then West Indies captain Hayley Matthews has risen to the top spot among all-arounders in the one-day international format for the first time in her career. The talismanic right-handed batter and off-spinner scored 88 runs and grabbed 5 wickets in the recent CG United ODI series against New Zealand to secure the #1 position in the ICC rankings. Matthews, who's been a top-ranked all-arounder in T20 internationals in the past, has also moved up 3 slots to the 18th among batters and 2 places to 6th among bowlers. The West Indies women saw 3 other players move into the top 50 in the bowlers ranking. That's Shakira Salman, who moved up 2 places to 28th, along with Afi Fletcher. 4 places who moved 4 places to 41st, and Chanel Henry, who moved 2 places to 45th. And then Stephanie Taylor, one of the greatest players of all time, moved up 2 places in the batting rankings to 14th spot. And host country Grenada will play St. Lucia tomorrow at Progress Park in the opener of the Windward Island Super 50 tournament. Game 2 will see St. Vincent square off with Dominica. The team includes Johan Jeremiah, who will be vice captain, Samuel Charles, Keon George, Dennis Smith, and Ryan John. There are also 3 newcomers to the squad in batsmen Shondell Regis and Darren Ned, along with fast bowler Nicholas Redhead. The rest of the squad includes Daryl Cyrus, Dennis George, Josh Thomas, and pacer Sherman Lewis. Roland Cato will captain the team. And that's what's been happening in sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region. The Jamaica government's preparedness for the hurricane season came into question following flooding in parts of Jamaica affected by Hurricane Ian. More in this TVJ report.
Parliament in session a day after heavy rains caused devastation in several communities in St. Catherine, Clarendon, Portland, and St. Thomas. During this sitting, there was no mention of the weather system or the extent of the damage, neither was there any mention of what's next for the scores of citizens left in limbo. But hours earlier, at an NWC water truck handing over ceremony, Prime Minister Andrew Holness alluded to the crisis.
I will be getting a full and detailed report later on, and I will make an address in Parliament as to the extent of the damage.
Notably, he did not specify at which sitting of the House he would make the statement. Last week, when the country was placed on alert for what was then Tropical Depression number 9, this was Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie.
But to assure the country that we are prepared for any eventuality.
The country did not get a direct hit, but the impact of Ian's outer bans was too much for the country's infrastructure.
It's the first I've seen something like this. The water going through the church, sweep right through the church, going through the houses. I've never seen it like this before.
So may I ask the authority, pay some assistance to we know, man.
And still in the region in Trinidad, some supermarkets may stop the sale of cigarettes altogether after a law prohibiting how tobacco products are displayed is finally being enforced. The West Indian Tobacco Company Limited has informed the groceries that there is to be only one cigarette dispenser per outlet. This came into effect on Monday. Details in the CNC3 report.
Just last week, you'd have been able to purchase cigarettes at any of these registers. But not only are the products removed from most of the displays, but any remnants advertising what used to be sold have been removed as well. Now, if you want to smoke, you'll find your product in one place in the store. And one place only. And that's because on Monday, all retail outlets were prohibited from having more than one cigarette dispenser in each location. But don't call it a new law. This has been on the books since 2012, and Regulation 9.4 states no more than one dispenser per outlet. And while supermarkets are complying, the association has some concerns.
I've had some supermarkets indicate to me that they may be considering coming out the business of selling cigarettes altogether if this isn't resolved.
The association believes the restrictions will suppress the sale of tobacco products at the supermarkets and people will just get their cigarettes elsewhere.
Remember that these cigarettes are typically expensive, and when we have concerns about pilferage and shrinkage, we would not want to sit on stock where we would potentially get hit hard on.
Meanwhile, Whitco told the supermarkets that there are ongoing efforts to find a compromise with the Ministry of Health.
And in international news, European leaders are calling it an act of sabotage. 3 unprecedented leaks have been detected at different locations on the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines connecting Russia to Germany. Both pipelines were built to provide Europe with cheap gas from Russia and have been controversial since the start. Al Jazeera has more.
Gas bubbling up over an area of more than 1 square kilometer in the Baltic Sea near the Danish island of Bornholm. 3 huge leaks detected at both Nord Stream 1 and 2 is too much of a coincidence, according to European leaders and energy experts.
We see clearly that this is an act of sabotage, an act which likely means a further step of escalation of the situation in Ukraine.
Swedish seismologists say they recorded 2 explosions before the leaks were detected, one on Sunday night and one on Monday evening.
It's not an earthquake, that's very clear. And we also have quite a lot of data on blasts in the water in the area slightly closer to the Swedish coast, when the Swedish Navy have training exercises and they blast off mines, for example, and they often let us know about the particulars of that. So the data from yesterday's blasts are very similar. There's no doubt that these are explosions occurring in the water.
And that's what's been happening around the world. When we return, we'll have a recap of what's been happening here in Grenada.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200 and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500 and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100 and 200 watt solar floodlights,
3, 7, and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60, and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. National Insurance Scheme records $10.5 million increase in contributions. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell urges world leaders to remember the lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic. Foreign Affairs Minister announces the recall of ambassadors. And in around the globe, Jamaican government's storm readiness questioned after flooding in parts of Jamaica. And in international news, Nord Stream pipeline gas leaks, European governments suspect sabotage. And coming up in sports, $200,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs in Waggy T Super Knockout. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Until then, continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Thank you for joining us. Good night.